Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Sunday, April 12th, around 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 2026. Comet STARRS now visible 90 minutes before sunrise in the eastern sky, and it is sporting a very long ion tail. We also have some footage over at Sakurajima. An eruption earlier today was quite spectacular. Buckle up and keep calm. It's boom time. Severe weather, including tornadoes, ramps up in the plains in the Midwest this week. Typical for the active month of April, severe thunderstorms will plague parts of the plains and Midwest for multiple days with hail, wind, and tornadoes. Monday through Monday night, the red area is the crosshairs for extreme conditions, but you can see areas extending down from Oklahoma City into Texas and most of Michigan there. The severe forecast for Tuesday and Tuesday night consolidates in the central U.S., moving all the way up into the northeast, with likely possible severe weather from Chi-Town all the way down through Dallas. And a winter storm is blanketing parts of California and the Sierra Nevada as we speak. With severe weather outlook in Michigan, Monday night and Tuesday will be the first rounds. Take a look at the severe weather hitting the U.S. right now using tornadohq.com live severe weather map. And the only severe weather warnings are in Texas, San Saba and Mills counties. And you can see some storming moving through the Great Lakes, as well as the Northeast, and that winter storming in the West. And now the full forecast. Hawaii and Guam concerns, severe weather for the plains, and heavy snow for the Sierra Nevada. Heavy rainfall capable of flash flooding will continue to impact Hawaii through Monday. Severe thunderstorms and heavy rain are possible in parts of Texas and the southern plains and the upper Great Lakes. Heavy mountain snow continues in California, Sierra Nevada, and rain with gusty winds to lower elevations. Super Typhoon Sinlaku will impact the Marianas through midweek. You can see flood warnings and watches up for northern portions of Michigan and Wisconsin. Red flag warnings out in the west here. Very dry conditions, and winter storm watches and warnings extending all the way up the coast. Quick look at the GFS model. We can see where the position of those storms are. Here's your Monday into Tuesday. Four Corners region picking up on some snow Tuesday there. Good news for us. That's going to last through Wednesday. Thursday, a severe weather threat, as well as Thursday. And a winter storm moving east from the west there. Be quite significant for portions of Canada through next weekend. Quick look at total accumulated precipitation, see if there's any flooding threats. They're all up here in the Northeast and the Great Lakes. And total snowfall through April 20th, that's just the next week. Quite significant for the West. We need this for these basins. It's hellishly dry in the West, and this is exactly what we need. If we can ramp up El Nino and bring in the moisture train to the Four Corners region, we should be all right as far as wildfires. Seismic update, no real quakes of note. Slight uptick up here. What is rumbling up in there? Holy macaroni. A seismic swarm off the coast. And we just put out a video yesterday on threats at the Cascadia Megathrust. You can watch that over on Rumble at Magnetic Reversal News. Overall, low-level activity worldwide. Good news there. Worldwide volcano news. Mayon first on the list to 8,000 feet. Volcanic ash likely at Raventador. Conleon to 10,000 foot. Ducono to 9,000. Semedu, who knew, now you do 15,000 foot blast there. Santaguito to 13,000 feet. Steam and puffing coming from Sabancaya to 24,000 feet. Liwatobi on the list to 7,000. Mayon to 9,000 feet. And there we've got Sakurajima. Powerful volcanic eruption. Let's take a look. This is someone in pretty close proximity there. Take a quick look over at space weather. Look at the latest HMI intensity on our sun. Not much going on. 2 tiny little pinprick sunspot regions. Some small coronal holes. Nothing too pressing. 3-day geomagnetic forecast, all quiet. Flaring is basically non-existent. KP down around 2. Comet tracker. How to see pan-STARRS near a crescent moon on Monday. A newly brightening comet is now visible in the pre-dawn sky, and Monday morning offers a great chance to find it. Close to a beautiful crescent moon, after 170,000 years in the depths of our solar system, Comet C 2025 R3 pan-STARRS is slowly becoming easier to spot as it approaches the sun. But will it disappear from view for most after next weekend? Never to be seen again. So you've got 7 days, maybe 8, to go see the comet. On April 13th, the comet sits in Pegasus, just below the Great Square of Pegasus. Comet C 2025 R3 pan-STARRS is visible from about 90 minutes before dawn until April 20th. On April 13th, it will appear close to a delicate 19% lit waning crescent moon with elusive planet Mercury nearby. According to Comet Observation Database, the comet is currently shining at around mag +5, already technically a naked eye object in very dark skies. However, it will likely require binoculars for most observers until it brightens further, perhaps later this week. And we do have a picture over on our Twitter of the comet taken recently. This is coming from Jose Rodriguez.space, Instagram. The closest approach to the sun will be April 19th, and then the Earth April 25th. And it's already sporting quite a long ion tail with some rotation there in the Birkeland currents. Actually, 2 tails, plasma and ion. How do you like them apples? It's electric, folks. There's no ice on that comet. Save the date, April 18th and 19th, 2026. That's this coming weekend. The San Luis Valley Seed Exchange. Sand into soil. Start saving seeds and join us for the 16th annual San Luis Valley Seed Exchange at Joyful Journey Hot Springs Resort in Moffett, Colorado. Come learn and share practices for building a more resilient local food system. slvse.org. slvse.org for more info. And if you're looking for fast, reliable home internet and you don't have cable available or anything like that, check out the fastest high-speed satellite internet on Earth, Starlink. It's now free. Can you believe it? No upfront hardware costs. I paid over $500, and I pay $120 a month. It's just now $35 a month with free Starlink. You can't beat it. This deal only lasts until the end of April. So if you're considering it, get it now before it's too late. Links will be below. And that's a boom to knowledge. Hit the thumbs up. Share the video. Cash in on the Starlink. And be safe. We love you. The most important thing you can do tonight is subscribe to the channel and help our channel grow.